What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What's up, everybody? It's KB and Casey from F1 Underground, and this is Light the Flame and Olympics podcast for Tuesday, July 30th. We're going to break down everything going on at the Paris Olympic Games here in 2024. So let's get into it.
Yes.
Casey, I'll let you take the floor. You are the gymnastics super fan, and today
Yes.
you had yourself a day. The women's gymnastic team, after yesterday, the men's gymnastic team doing everything in their power to hit the podium, and they do. The women come out and stunt on everybody and take home gold.
Oh, yeah, it was unreal. I have to say first, watching the men's yesterday, I may have had it on at work. With the last rotation pommel horse, I don't think I was breathing. I was like this every time someone took the horse. I was like, and then I'd be like, come on, do it. I don't know more. I had nothing about men's gymnastics, but yeah, no. History for them. Women history, obviously. They win gold by like 6 points over Italy and Brazil. Unreal. I mean, from the first rotation on vault, it was who went first? Jordan Childs goes first, sticks it. Jade Carey sticks it. Simone did her easier vault, not the double pike one that she's like gonna break records for. But she'll probably do that for all around. But yeah, from first rotation on, they were on fire because they would shoot over. People were falling off the beam. People were falling off the bars. I mean, Brazil, someone fell off the bar in warm up, cut her eyebrow open. They literally patched her up, and she goes out, finishes everything, and for Brazil, and they win bronze. But yeah, Team USA women's, now known as the F around and find out 5, as they should be called.
Yeah.
come out to win gold at the end, by like 6 points. Like I said, Simone Biles is now the most decorated women's or Olympic gymnast for USA ever, which is wild. And
It's insane.
I don't think and no one's touching that. The week's not even over yet. She has a chance to win 4 more medals. Like she's 5, maybe. No one's touching that.
Like
record
thinking about where we were like in 2008 and 2012 when like Michael Phelps was like on his dominant run of being like the most decorated Olympian ever, and just a few short, Olympics later, like Simone Biles is out here just like, hold my medals.
Yeah. And the best part is like Michael Phelps was in the crowd watching Simone Biles. It was like not like obviously they're two different sports, but it was almost like the passing of the torch to the next great for
All
I mean she's been great. Yeah. But passing the torch literally. But yeah, no, she is unreal. But I mean, someone at the end, she was the last to go on floor, and someone posted that she needed like 8 point something. So people were like, okay, so she could do her first pass, take a nap, wake up, and finish. People were like, yeah. It's like the equivalent of people saying to like writing your name on the test and handing it in. That's all she needed to do. Like she did not have to hit every single pass, but she did. I mean, it's comeback. There's so many. I'm so happy for the 4 of them, or really the 3 of them after Tokyo, Jordan, Simone, and Suni, because of everything with what happened to Simone. Suni, after the Olympics last time, has gone through 2 kidney diseases. So like they've been through in like a lot of stuff, and also everything that corrupt about U.S. gymnastics. So yeah, it's definitely a exclamation point of a win for U.S. gymnastics.
And like Simone to do all of that with like the minor, what feels like minor leg injury too, like is just nuts.
Yeah, whatever. I think they officially said it was her calf, and her calf was wrapped today. But yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have even have known. I mean, there's a video from team qualifying. She's crawling to the vault, gets up, sprints headfirst to the vault, lands it perfectly, and then goes on the rest of the meet. Yeah, pretty sure she's made of like stone. I don't think anything's breaking her. I literally don't think anything's breaking her. But the gymnastics team final is always a lot of fun to watch. There was, unfortunately, it was the four of them, Jade, Suni, Jordan, and Simone, that competed on everything. Hesley, the fifth member, she did not, they didn't use any of her scores today. She wasn't great on qualifying, so none of her scores, I think they dropped most of her scores from qualifying day, so they didn't take her, but she still gets a medal. That's what they were like. She's still a part of the team. She still got us in this good of a position, helped us and stuff. So, I mean, she's also 16. She could easily go to LA in 4 years.
Yeah, isn't she like the youngest member of the entire U.S. Olympic team? Yes,
she turned 16 like June 9th. So she turned 16 like a week before or 2 weeks before Olympic trials, and made the Olympics team. Yeah, she's the youngest. Yeah, youngest on the gymnastics, obviously, and then youngest on the Olympic Team USA.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, I said it to you right before. A wild stat. Italy. So France was also a favorite to medal. They had an awful qualification. It was very sad to watch them. But Italy comes in with silver. They were, I would say, an upset.
When you think of Italy, you don't think of women's gymnastics like ever.
No, and that's because it's been 96 years. 96 years is the number of years Italy had to wait before returning to a team podium. And they got a silver. That's
crazy.
Wild.
Like,
that's generations.
That group are going to be like folk heroes when they go back to Italy.
They're not going to pay for anything. Nothing. Yeah. They're going to be known for the rest of the time as the team that. And the best part is they were rotating with USA. So it was USA, Italy, gold, silver. And I don't know, like, because USA was hitting so well, I think Italy was just feeding off the energy and just going, because it should have been Brazil. Could have been Brazil, Great Britain, and China, and they all had some weird things happen on different events, which ended up with Brazil getting bronze. But yeah, happy for Team Italy. They were so happy. And there's stuff about when like the underdogs like that, and you just see it's what makes the Olympics so cool.
Yeah,
just makes them sick.
Speaking of Italy, there was a picture. I don't know what event it was, but it was Team USA flag, Italy flag, and an Ireland flag.
I just saw this
podiumed, and someone quotes me and said, "Every Philadelphian ever."
Yeah, literally, that's legit. If I do like 23andMe Ancestry.com, that's what I'm getting back as my top three. I think it was swimming. I think I remember seeing. I think it was for a swimming event. But yeah, no, that one, it's so true. Every Philadelphian.
Oh, that's great. Speaking of Philadelphia, one of our favorite athletes ever is championing the women's rugby team, who are just absolutely dominating everybody.
It's fun to see there too. Also,
like, they are so badass, and just like I saw like night one, somebody posted the video of Ilana Marr like stiff arming everyone. It was like, she's climbing your fantasy football running back rankings as we speak.
No, literally, I would not be shocked when you go to draft if someone writes her in or something, if you could do that. No,
they are unreal.
They showed the stiff arm video to Derrick Henry. Baltimore Ravens on TikTok posted a video, and they made him watch it and like react to it. And it was very impressed. He was like, I mean, she has the mindset, she has like the guts and stuff. So yeah, no, there's rugby. I've never watched rugby until yesterday, the day before. Rugby's so much fun. Also, so fast. I really appreciate the speed at which the games go. It's very, very quick. Like 2 7-minute halves, and that's it.
It's so crazy, like the speed of it. And then Spiff Cedric, 94 meters as the horn sounded for the U.S. to win bronze. As a PFT commenter from Barstool said, "In your face, Australia."
Yeah, in your face. Literally beating Australia in rugby. Come on.
Come on now. And I mean, like, Ilana Marr has become one of my favorite athletes to just follow along with on social media. She's so good at social media. It's insane. She tweeted a picture of herself with the medal in her mouth on the bus, and she said, "Delicious."
Delicious. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I remember seeing her stuff during Tokyo, and just like, I thought she was hilarious, but yeah, she kills it at the social media game. I mean, even responses that she's had to some people, I think someone asked her in a press conference, like, about like are you on your phone too much? And she was like, no, like,
Yeah.
I step away, like I can relax and not think about the sport. But yeah, no, they're so cool. I mean, watching them that run at the end, and when she dives over the goal line or whatever the technical term is, don't quote me on that. She's just smiling. She just knows. And what's that account? The art, but sports, whatever. They
Sports
posted that picture, and it's so
friend of the program. I'm working on getting him on the main pod because I was DMing with him during the NFL playoffs, and then just like things got crazy for him where he was like traveling a bunch and everything. But we're working on getting him on the pod. And at the time, he had just gone on Pablo Torre's podcast, but he's going to come on Underground Sports Philadelphia and do a live like.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool
with sports photos.
That'd be sick. He never misses, so
never. And I
think
he's
quick.
Yes. The cool part about this too, USA Rugby tweeted this around 4:30 Eastern time today. Michelle Kang, who is the CEO and founder of Cognosante.
Here, guess as good as mine.
She's also the majority owner of the Washington Spirit, and a whole bunch of other things. She's big time money, to put it in easy terms. She announced a $4 million gift to the USA Women's Rugby program. Following their historic success at the Paris Olympics, this gift will go toward the growth of women's rugby, supporting athletes and coaches in the national program. That's so cool. Like, that's what the Olympics is all about. And
I didn't realize she had stake like in the Washington Spirit. She's just a lover of women's sports. So I like it.
Majority owner of OL Lyon Feminine, which is a French women's professional football club.
Oh, okay.
Football being soccer for all of our U.S. listeners.
Yeah. No, it's huge. They did. I also have a quote. They asked Alana Mayer after getting the bronze. I don't know if it was about this, but just like I guess because of how much of an audience it gained. I would say because of her in a way. But she said, I hope it means we get more games in stadiums like this, that we get more money and funding for the women's game. We deserve it. We need more girls in the U.S. trying rugby and seeing what it can do for them. Yeah, that's
so cool.
Yeah, great inspiration role model.
I just saw this too. This is wild. The official Olympics account posted on Twitter that the Paris 2024 Olympics are out of this world, literally. All the way up in the International Space Station, NASA's astronauts are also floating through the action. And it's this video of them on the International Space Station, like doing like Olympic-esque stuff.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, shout out to the U.S. Women's Rugby team. That's a huge
making history.
And just like historic again. You know, it feels like Team USA in so many sports is just like making history across the board.
Yeah.
Like whether it's Nick Fink, you know, even somebody who is as decorated as Nigel Houston getting his first Olympic medal yesterday is so cool. Especially like seeing like the way that skateboarding has kind of evolved, both men and women, where like the women's was an all teenage podium, and back in the day, like Nigel Houston and like Ryan Sheckler, that was like weird to see teenage professional athletes, and now it's like the norm. Is
Ryan Sheckler commentating, or is he like analysis? I remember seeing a clip of the girls, and someone's like, "Is that Ryan Sheckler?" And someone's like, "I'm gonna say yes because the other guy said Shecks, but I'm not sure." It also sounds like him, but yeah, watching the girls and they're like 14 years old, and you're like, "Oh my god, what am I doing with my life?"
Yeah, he's making his debut as a skateboarding analyst for NBC Universal's coverage of the Paris Olympics.
Cool. I mean, from what I've heard, it's Ryan Sheckler.
I loved Ryan Sheckler growing up.
I watched that show all the time when I was younger.
Yes, Life of Ryan was amazing.
I knew nothing about skateboarding, but I watched that show. I loved it.
Yeah. Also, Spiff Cedric said, Alana Marr said, I'll give my firstborn child to Spiff.
No, literally. She like runs through like two people and just takes off. Because it was started. It was a match, or they call a match or games in rugby, played right before USA and Australia, but then I went over to gymnastics. I was like, I'm not missing a moment of gymnastics. So then I went back and I was like following online. And when I saw they won bronze, I almost screamed in my office at work. Because, I mean, you think going up against Australia, like, it's Australia.
Yeah. And then, like, New Zealand won gold, and they're a powerhouse, as we know, because Jordan Mailata, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Canada.
Who's the upset a lot of people.
Yeah, they got silver.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for Team USA to kind of, like, make waves and kind of set a new precedent there is really cool. So, shout out to Team USA. Jason Kelce is just the biggest Alana Marr fan and the biggest USA women's rugby fan. So
did you see him taking her dad was showing him how to like throw and catch the rugby ball like so right cool. Before the game, like up, and her dad makes him look short. I'll give you that. You have to watch the video. He makes Jason Kelce look smaller, which seems impossible.
Yes.
But when you see the Alana and her sisters, you're like, okay, yeah, I get it, because they're all very tall individuals. But yeah, I mean, I saw people saying they're like, that might be the most impressive win maybe of the entire Olympics so far, if not maybe the entire thing. We still have so much more to go, but yeah, it was love to see it.
Yeah, I think my right now my top 3 like surprising wins are men's gymnastics for Team USA, women gymnastics with Italy, and USA women's rugby getting bronze.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Pretty awesome stuff. Before we keep it moving, do want to talk to you guys about our awesome presenting sponsor, Shopify. They are powering our Olympics coverage all summer long for you guys. That recognizable green bag. They are the #1 leader in global commerce and e-commerce to get your storefronts and your businesses going in the right direction. They started Shopify on their own so they could sell snowboards because no other e-commerce or commerce website was fitting the bill for them. So they said, we're going to do it ourselves. And now they're the leaders across the globe. You recognize that green bag with the S on it. And if the big thing too, if you're a YouTuber and you're in the YouTube partner program, Shopify is the #1 way to get your storefront integrated into your YouTube channel to sell merch to your viewers and your subscribers. And if you have a brick and mortar store or you're online, Shopify has you covered. Click the link in the description. Get your storefront going today, whether it's in person or online, and use Shopify to get your business going in the green, just like their colors, and support Shopify. Thank you to Shopify for helping us bring Olympics coverage to you all summer long. Casey, unfortunately for Coco Gauff today, not the most ideal situation. The 20-year-old U.S. Open champ and #2 seed in the women's single bracket lost in the 3rd round of the tournament to Croatia's Dana Vekic, 7-6, 6-2. Kind of got into it with the official as well, and it didn't feel like the official was all too pleasant with Coco. And
definitely not.
Not.
That mic picked up everything, so shout out to that mic. Yeah, no, that official didn't really seem like she wanted to hear it from Coco. I mean, I don't know much about tennis. I'm not going to try and like say I understand what the call was, but clearly the emotion was high. And I mean, Coco's even saying, she's like, this happens to me here every single time. Like, I have to stand up for myself and advocate for myself all the time. So it was definitely, you could see the frustration on her face. And I mean, she had to quickly forget about it because then she was in mixed doubles later on today.
Which is
so quick turnaround, but she's Coco Gauff, so
yeah, there's some quotes. She said, these points are big deals. Usually afterward they apologize, so it's kind of frustrating. The quote unquote sorry doesn't help you once the match is over. I can't say I would have won the match if I would have won that point. And then Vekic was quoted saying, it's a very tricky situation. I personally thought the umpire made a good decision because the call came quite late, but I'll have to rewatch it. It's tough to know exactly in the moment. And like you mentioned, she did earn some redemption later in the day, advancing to the quarterfinals in mixed doubles with Taylor Fritz. So she's not done for the Olympics, but her singles.
No, and I think she is in just normal doubles as well.
Yeah.
So she's not done, but yeah, it is. I mean, of course, her opponent's going to say, Yeah, I think the ref made the right call. Like, come on.
Of course. And I
Come on.
think the thing with Coco too, like we forget, like she is so young. She's 20 years old and like
So young.
so talented. And like it's not that she has an ego, but when you are that talented at that age, like you have like that personal pride in you and you want to do it on your own. Like sure, she's still involved in this in the doubles events and everything, but the fact that a referee comes in and plays a part in the individual portion of her Olympic tenure in Paris and kind of plays a part in the overall story with it is unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. Very unfortunate. But yeah, I'm excited to see how I think she stands a good shot in mixed doubles and normal doubles. So, but yeah, very rough. It was rough to watch her that frustrated.
Yeah.
Because it was very clearly, I mean, she's like me when she gets frustrated, she starts crying. So it was like she had the tears streaming. She was trying to hide them. But yeah, no, it was hard to watch her get that frustrated.
And it's such a huge stage too. Like, everything she's competing in, during a normal year for tennis is huge, but like this is like the global stage, and like to have that happen is just such a bummer.
There's how many eyes on you? Yeah.
And
as you're going in as the flag bearer. Yeah, like
right.
She has
it's
a
like
lot
that
of
additional pressure.
Yeah.
But we'll see her perform in the doubles, both mixed and regular doubles, moving forward. But in a shocking turn of events, men's soccer had some success for the first time in I don't know how long. The U.S. men's soccer team is headed to the Olympic quarterfinals for the first time since the Sydney Games in 2000. As the NBC News website puts it, USA walloped Guinea on Tuesday, winning 3-0. I mean, who knew that all you had to do was fire Greg Berhalter and you'd be ready to go.
People that are hardcore U.S. men's fans are probably like, we've been telling you this for... It's like when someone finally gets let go from like Philadelphia sports team and they start performing well. You're like, we've only been telling you this for how long? Yeah, it's like this is what they're capable of? Yes, this is what they're capable of. Yeah.
And in the opening group play, they had a 3-0 loss to France. The win over Guinea comes off the heels of a 4-1 win versus New Zealand, and they face Morocco on Friday morning. So, U.S. men's soccer team only has one Olympic medal in its history ever, and that was a silver medal in 1904. So maybe that Italy magic with the women's gymnastics comes into play. Same year, same vibes. 1904 is the only medal that the U.S. men's soccer team has in Olympic play ever.
I don't think I've ever maybe realized that because the women have been so dominant for so long for us in the U.S. So, like, that's what I just remember. But, yeah, that's wild. I mean, that'll be history. If they can medal, it's pretty good.
Be great.
And they're so young. They have so many young kids on that team.
That's the best part about it, too, is, like, this is, like, the most talented roster they've had in so long. And it's, like, are we really going to hold them back with just like this like middle of the road, like nothing coach who just has beef with one of our players' dads and won't play one of our best players? Like, let's get it together and like get ready to showcase for the World Cup as well in 2026.
Yeah, true. It's turf. Quick turnaround. And shout out to those local Union past and present players. There's a lot of them.
Group play continued in men's basketball, and 3-on-3 tipped off as well on Tuesday, which I think is one of the cooler like
3-on-3
niche sports. Cool. The fact that Jimmer Fredette is on Team USA is insane. France and Japan played today. Japan led 84-80 with seconds to go, but France tied the game on a 4-point play. Yes, there's 4-point plays in 3-on-3 basketball. Matthew Strazel hit a 3-pointer from the left wing and was sent to the line after a controversial call where he tied the game. So he got the and one on the 3-point foul. France was dominant in overtime. I'm sorry, this was in actual men's basketball, not 3-on-3, because obviously Victor Wembanyama playing for Team France went on an 8-0 run to put away Japan. The man, the myth, the legend from the home nation, Victor Wembanyama, doing the damn thing. He said they were playing like underdogs and we were waiting for them to punch a little bit too much. Wemby said after, I wanted to make a point and punch first in overtime, and it worked.
Damn.
There's also a photo of Wembanyama playing against Japan, and he's like the tallest Olympian, and the shortest Olympian in basketball is like 5'6", and they're like next to each other, and it's the most insane
because
ratio.
he's legit a string bean, so I can only imagine. I turned on, I forget what day it is. This is like maybe Sunday. I turned on the TV and France was playing basketball. That crowd, let me tell you, when France is in a gold medal situation or even just playing, the crowd is unreal. Like when France won men's rugby, unmatched crowd. The other night in swimming with the 200-meter IM in Leon Marchand, like I've never heard a crowd all together chant for someone that hard in breaststroke. It was that France is coming to play.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm sending you the picture now too of just the height difference. It's 55 centimeters of height difference between the two. Tweeted by FIBA. It's insane.
Oh, he's on his hips. I mean, he's an inch shorter than me.
There's maybe two of the Japanese player that you could put together, like when kids were trying to sneak into the movie theater and you put like the giant cloak on.
Yeah, like that's what that's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. Ew, that's so gross.
And I mean, France, the French basketball team is super talented, and they've been very good for a long time. And I think like the final could end up being Team USA versus France, and like
that's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be get your popcorn ready and be ready to play.
Fun. That'd be one you can't miss that one.
100%. And in 3-on-3 hoops, the U.S. women suffered a loss at the hands of Germany after the U.S. raced out to a 5-0 lead. Germany stormed back, draining two-pointer after two-pointer, and eventually winning 17-13. At the end of the game, honestly, we were winded, said Haley Van Lith, USA guard. We started playing soft, and they played much harder than us. Van Lith is joined on the team by Sierra Burdick, De'Erica Hamby, and Ryan Howard, spelled Rhyne.
Fun name.
The U.S. is the defending gold medalist in the event. Meanwhile, the men's 3-on-3 team was handled physically and swiftly by Serbia, who won 22-14. They shot the ball great tonight, said USA guard Jimmer Fredette in a post-game interview with Mike Tirico. It's a long tournament for us, and we're excited to get back at it tomorrow. The men did not qualify for the 3-on-3 event in Tokyo, and the Paris group is headlined by Jimmer Fredette, a collegiate star at BYU a decade ago, which is why it's crazy that he's playing on this team. And he's joined by Dylan Travis, Kareem Maddox, and Canyon Barry. The four of them have played together since 2022 and won the FIBA 3-on-3 AmeriCup that year. So hopefully the men's 3-on-3 team can get it together. But it is interesting that there's like no NBA stars on it. The 3-on-3 team.
Yeah, you would think there'd be like some, but that's because you have the women. I think they're gonna miss Cameron Brink. Unfortunately, was awful. Because like every name on the women's team, but the men's team, you're like, who?
Jimmer Fredette's like that's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a name I haven't heard in quite some time.
It's like coming back. It's like a legend. You're like in the mist. You're like, who is that? Is that who I think it is?
Leo meme point.
You're like, is that a like? Well, who is that? Yeah, no, that's funny.
But yeah, we had some swimming accolades for Team USA as well, and Great Britain claims gold in the men's 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Australia repeated as the bronze medalist. So USA gets another silver medal, and one of the highly anticipated matchups of the Paris swimming program kicked off with Regan Smith taking on Kaylee McEwen of Australia in the women's 100-meter backstroke, and together the pair own the 15 fastest times in the event's history. And on Tuesday evening, the final delivered because McEwen bested Smith, American Catherine Burkhoff, and Canada's Kylie Massey to repeat as the event's gold medalist. Smith's confidence entering the event wasn't enough to outlast McEwen, who posted a 55.33.
Disgusting.
That's filthy.
Disgusting. No,
USA goes 2-3 though and gets silver and bronze. And then Katie Ledecky competed in the women's 1,500 meter freestyle prelims, finishing in first, of course, with a time of 15 minutes 15:47.43 to secure her spot in the final, and she'll compete for the podium on Wednesday afternoon Eastern Time, July 31st at 3:07 p.m. You want to talk about disgusting? It's
disgusting. When you
in the
see her
59.
going the other way, because that's how far ahead she is, you're like, she's gross. It just looks so. Some people were freaking out when she got bronze the other night. I was like, people, it's not her strong suit. She literally gets better as the races get longer. Like, come on.
It's like she just got a snack.
Yeah.
It's not the meal.
No, like she needs by the 400 in the mile or whatever. She's already like 4 lengths ahead. Like, give her some time, people. Yeah, no, she's wild.
And while we're on the topic of swimming, one of my favorite memes to come out is like the iPhone old school like volume screen, just like over the top loud, and it's like Rowdy Gaines whenever an American swimmer does anything great. And someone commented on it and said they don't call him Softy Gaines.
No. He really does have the perfect name to be like an announcer.
Best.
But when something gets exciting, you're getting an iconic moment from him. You know it.
It's everything that Tony Romo wants to be in a football.
Yeah,
booth.
Exactly. He
Where
chimes
like,
in.
Here we
exactly
go, Jim.
Enough. Yeah. He's just the hype man. Like, he knows what he's talking about, but he can turn up the volume when he needs to. Yeah,
he just delivers.
Perfect.
I love
Every
Rowdy
time.
Gaines.
And I love that they have Michael Phelps up there also.
He's so good too.
So good.
Like, it's not often that you can get the former athlete to be good in the booth. Like, that's not normal. And Michael Phelps is just so good.
Yeah, he's so good. I hope he's there more. I know they use him for Worlds and stuff because there was that whole thing on before the 200 IM, the men's final the other day. So I know he's on Worlds and stuff, but yeah, he's too good. They can't let him go.
Yeah,
Just keep
amazing.
coming back.
I love like when Tony Hawk does skateboarding, and now like Ryan Checkler's doing it. Like, every so often you get the good athlete in the booth that used to perform at that sport. And
that's what women's gymnastics, not like prime time that's on now, will be the normal people, but like today it was Laurie Hernandez, she's from Rio, Jersey girl. She's so good. It's also like clear as day that the Gen Z has the mic, because the lines that she was dropping, he like asked her a question about like how her and Simone were roommates in Rio, and not beat passes, and she goes, and they were roommates, and then continues on with her statement. She didn't miss a beat. It was so good. But she knows exactly what was going through their minds because she was there in Rio, and so it's so nice to hear when they're good. It makes it 10 times better.
Speaking of Gen Z, there was like a video that somebody recorded like of their TV of Simone talking to one of the team. I forget. Yeah. And it was like, Gen Z is taken over when you're dominating in gold medal fashion and you're already planning the TikTok.
No, it was clear as day. You hear Suni come up and she's like, no, I want to do this one. And Simone's like, no, I want to do the TikTok that does like the chomping sound. Suni's like, okay, but I want to do the one that goes, well, guess we'll never, like, what happens if you don't win? Well, guess we'll never know. And they're like, yeah, and they keep going. Meanwhile, you just won Olympic gold. It's so true. Gen Zs are taking over.
It's so funny. Hannah Roberts, the gold medal winner of BMX freestyle in Tokyo, opened her second Olympic Games with a strong performance in the women's BMX freestyle qualifier, posting a field best 91.45 average to advance into the final. So that's big time stuff from Hannah Roberts there for BMX freestyle. U.S. men's water polo team defeated Romania 14-8 to secure their first victory of the Paris Olympics. I know they fell in their first match, so good to see them bounce back. I do want to know what goes through the brains of the men's team after seeing Flavor Flav just be so out and in front for the women's team. Like, they're like, can we get, an old school rapper to support us?
Yeah, can we have someone pay for us?
Snoop, you're right there.
Yeah, right. Snoop. Jason Kelce, you're right there.
I also saw somebody say this, that Snoop Dogg and Shaq are just the same person. Like, their energy and how, like, in your face they are about, like, everything they're doing, and, like, they're the face of so many different brands. Like, they're just the same person.
They are both the kings of side quest. They are literally the king of side. Like, they aren't doing anything. Like, it's just they're doing whatever. No, I'm obsessed with Snoop because every time I turn on something, I'm like, is Snoop here? And what is he? Yeah, he's right there, chilling with someone's like family, like with Caleb Dressel's wife and the baby.
So funny.
Jordan Child's parents the other day. Like, there's a video of Simone pointing and being like, "That's Snoop," and then she goes, "Jordan, is that your parents? Is that your mom?"
There's a picture circulating of Snoop today that I saved in my bookmarks too, because it is the funniest thing. It's like him lifting up his sunglasses and his eyes
yeah, because
he's bugging out of his head.
I think it was he watched Simone do something because it was at gymnastics the other day, and it's like Snoop is almost watching Simone Biles flip.
That is gonna get usage until the end
everywhere.
of time.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
That one and the meme of Steven. No, I can't say his last name. Pommel horse, dude. Him with his eyes closed, like looks like he's
US
asleep.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, U.S. Winter Soldier. Clark Kent, Spider-Man. He's been getting called everything. I did look it up though. Women's water polo plays tomorrow against Italy. So
nice.
Yeah, we know where Flava Flav will be.
Yeah. Get your clocks ready.
Mm-hmm. Someone made him like a special one. He like posted a video of it. Like a special like Team USA themed one.
That's so cool. I think he said too that like if the women's team like end up winning gold, he's getting them all clocks.
I love it. I also love that he like got in the pool and like played with them, like learned the game. Like he is invested. He's just not doing this for show. He's invested.
Love it. So in judo, Andreja Leski won gold in the women's half middleweight event. Leski's win is Slovenia's first medal of the Paris Olympic Games, so congrats to her. Japan's Takanori Nagase repeated as a gold medalist in the judo men's half middleweight event. With the win, Japan has now won a medal in all 4 men's judo events contested thus far in Paris: 2 gold, 2 bronze. And China won gold in table tennis mixed doubles category. The victory marks China's first gold in the event since its debut at the Tokyo Games. We also have to talk about Anthony Edwards just being the biggest USA women's table tennis fan.
Shout out to that video because
that video is all time.
He was trash talking, but now I think he might be their number one fan.
He might be the number one. I love it's so great seeing, like, we talked about Michael Phelps going and watching Simone Biles and like seeing just like the current athletes go to the different sports and like just supporting and watching. And like, you have to think too, like if you're Anthony Edwards and like you're in the NBA, like when is the next time you're going to be able to watch table tennis, or when's the next time you're going to be able to watch water polo or something like that? Like, it's cool that like they're using their quote unquote free time to go and like watch these sports that like you never know when you're going to get another opportunity. Yeah,
they're making the best of their Olympic experience, and it's cool seeing, especially like the U.S. men's basketball, because they're so big and like big names and stuff from the NBA. It's cool them going and shining their spotlight on these other like table tennis. Like, who would have thought Anthony Edwards in table tennis? Who would have thought?
So awesome.
I'm now waiting the video for him playing them in table tennis because it's coming.
It's happening 100%. I talked about it with DJ a couple episodes ago, but I wanted to get your reaction to this. Isn't it crazy that this is Steph Curry's first Olympics?
Yeah, it's wild because it's showing that it's his first Olympics because he's taking everything and he looks like a kid on Christmas, and it's so funny to see. Because I think he's just been in the NBA forever, so you don't think.
And he's been dominating for like a decade. DJ brought up a great point. Like the position he plays, like when he was, coming up and everything in the Olympics were happening, say like 2012, 2016, and then 2021, like Kobe Bryant was still playing, Carmelo Anthony, like the guard play for Team USA was just so dominant that like it's almost like right now with like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, like the Team USA women's, like they're so dominant. They have such a superstar stature that like there's just no room for him. And at age 36, he's making his Olympic debut. And I saw a story too. I brought it up to Deej. Aisha and Steph just had another baby, and they planned they just planned the pregnancy around when the Olympics was going to happen so that they wouldn't miss any of Paris.
That's
They
cool.
were like, yeah, we were methodical with the pregnancy because we didn't want to miss
planned it out.
anything. I was like, that is hilarious and like just adds to like Kid on Christmas vibes.
Yeah, that's you can tell he's soaking in every single moment of the Olympics. I mean, and it is cool to see because he's so huge in basketball and the NBA. So yeah, it's fun to see that even, and I love that he's embracing the rookie card.
Yeah, and it's cool that like Team USA's coach is Steve Kerr, and that's his coach
Yeah.
in the NBA. So
like
he
knows
gets that
yeah.
moment, which is very, very cool. Before we look ahead to things to come on Wednesday, we do want to give you the medal count update, and it's brought to you by our friends over at FOCO, the leaders in officially licensed forever collectibles. They've got the Team USA entire capsule available now for pre-order. They've got the Team USA tumbler mugs, coffee mugs. Who doesn't love a little garden gnome with Team USA on it? They've got the Team USA little stuffed animal bears. It's awesome stuff. FOCO is the best, and not only do they have Team USA officially licensed merch, but they also have officially licensed collectibles from all major sports: NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, the WWE, college football, college basketball, you name it, they've got it. Click the link in the description and update your Forever Collectibles collection today and include some Team USA merch as well. And shout out to FOCO for being a proud sponsor of the pod and of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It always catches me off guard that like the leaders in the clubhouse is determined by gold medal count and not overall medal count. So right now your leader in the clubhouse is Japan with 7 gold medals, 13 overall. They have 2 silver, 4 bronze. China right behind them, as well as Australia in the gold medal category, both of them with 6. China has 6 silver and 2 bronze for 14 total medals. Australia has 11 total with 4 silver and 11 bronze. The home nation of France in 4th place with 5 gold, 9 silver, and 4 bronze for 18 total. South Korea with 5 gold as well, 3 silver and 3 bronze. Team USA, though, 4 gold, but they're double digits already in silver and bronze with 11 each in those categories and leading the overall medal count at 26. Great Britain, Italy, Canada, Hong Kong round out the top 10. Germany, Kazakhstan, South Africa, Belgium, Ireland, Azerbaijan, New Zealand, Romania, Slovenia, Serbia, Uzbekistan, Brazil, Sweden, Kosovo, Mexico, Poland, Turkey, Fiji, Georgia, Mongolia, North Korea, Tunisia, India, Moldova, Croatia, Egypt, Spain, Guatemala, Hungary, Switzerland, Slovakia, Tajikistan, and Ukraine all have medals as well.
That's a good list.
I felt like the video from the Animaniacs when he's listing all the countries and everything.
You need to like clip that and just like have all the names popping up because he just kept going and going and going.
It is surprising, like some of the countries that are interested, like Spain being so low is fascinating to me.
Yeah,
because they always feel like a team that like is always at the forefront in the summer games, whether it's with soccer, basketball, like they're always like in the mix, and for them to only have 1 medal is interesting.
But maybe because, like you said, they are more of like soccer and everything. So, and they're still playing. So, there's hasn't been all those medal chances yet. So, hopefully, but yeah, they normally deliver. So, Spain's normally on it.
You and I both want to talk about not a sponsor, but the Canon photo lens room.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Can I take a tour?
Like, Canon, what's up? How we
Can
doing?
you help me out?
Like that room, I talked about it to Casey before we started recording. I was like, it's literally like the Foot Locker of Canon because you walk in and it's just shelves and shelves and shelves of Canon lenses at every photographer and videographer's disposal.
It's like you walk in like as a photographer or videographer and you just hear like the gates of heaven opening up because it's like probably the most expensive room in the Olympics. So it's just like, like all that stuff available. It's wild.
And it's just like, yeah, here you go. Have at it. You know,
whatever you want.
Like,
well, and they're paying off.
I saw that on opening ceremonies night, like when they were going through all the sponsors, and it said like the official lens of the Paris Olympics, Canon, and I was like, what? And then I saw that photo a couple days ago. I was like, holy shit.
You're like, yeah, makes sense. Imagine you're like a Nikon user. Sorry, you can't use your
Tough.
Nikon lens. you gotta use your the pick of the litter for what you want for
Right.
Canon lenses. I would not complain.
That was like I saw somebody did like one of those like long tweet threads of like, you breaking it all down of something that I saw, and it was about the 2012 Olympics and how like Adidas like bought in as like the official outfitter
Oh, with
of
Nike.
that, and like Nike's whole campaign on how to like combat it and everything, and like just using like the vapor neon shoes for everyone because there was no like contract for like what shoes you could wear and everything, and like all the commercials like were just to like pinpoint to like the common person at home and everything. I was like, that is
it worked out for them.
fascinating.
Yeah. They played it off.
The other fun little quick hitter that I saw. Oh, we also wanted to talk about, just like speaking of photos, surfing, one of the coolest things ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like I talked about it on the episode yesterday, but like more and more photos that come out from surfing, it's just breathtaking.
It's unreal.
How cool. Like,
and that one that's gonna win awards where he literally looks like he's floating in the air,
levitating with holding up the one. I don't think a lot of people saw that. Like he's in the air and he's holding up the one.
And his board is perfectly standing. It's one of the coolest photos I've ever seen. That man, whoever took it, woman or man, better win awards because it is it is sick. If that surfer, better print that out because that's probably the coolest photo he will ever have of himself surfing.
Photographers Jerome Broliet from France.
And I also think I saw it's a Brazilian surfer, and he just set like the highest score in history.
Yeah, Gabriel
and like
Medina.
And that was the moment, like him celebrating. Yeah, unreal.
Like also like from Medina's standpoint, imagine having just like the wherewithal to be like, yeah, I did that. Like you're midair in the ocean.
Oh yeah, it's not midair of like a gymnast. Like there's a map below you. No, you're in Tahiti, the ocean. There's probably sharks right below you. Yeah, no, I would be like, I could never.
He's just like,
that photo.
Like that's just like ultimate power move.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my like Twitter likes because every time the photo pops up on my timeline, I'm just liking it because it's so good.
That's so cool. And then like somebody like did like the splicing of like the photos there and then the video of it happening underneath, and it's just like
it's still good.
I was like, yeah, I knew I loved rocket power growing up for a reason.
Yeah. Surfing's underrated.
It's so, and I think like it doesn't get the light because it's not actually like in France. It's in Tahiti, which is in like French Polynesia, so it's like right outside the Australia and everything.
Yeah.
So.
But the floating Olympic Village there, like seeing the views from the people in that Olympic Village, like it's unreal what it looks like.
So awesome. On deck for Wednesday, which is day 5, we've got 5 swimming finals, including, like we mentioned, Katie Ledecky going to defend her 1500 meter gold, while both the men and women will compete in their respective 100 meter freestyle finals. You want to talk about speed?
Yeah.
Get ready for that because that's going to be fast. The men's 200 meter butterfly and breaststroke finals will also take place on Wednesday. It's also crazy that Michael Phelps has no more world records.
No.
That's just like crazy.
Because you never thought they were being touched.
Yeah.
But they were touched. No, and that Leon Marchand is competing again tomorrow. I think in both 200 fly and 200 breast.
He's so good.
So, I mean, having the same coach as Michael Phelps, like, you are the next Michael Phelps. That little piece they did on him, how he emailed him after, like, the last Olympics, saying that he wanted to come train in the States with him. Yeah, that's unreal. I know he's from France. Yeah, at wherever, what's his name, coaches. I want to say Arizona State, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Arizona State.
Yeah. I mean, he said he is... When they interviewed him, they said he is the craziest athlete he has ever seen, and he coached flipping Michael Phelps. So like, the fact that he said that, there was in the segment it said he like asked him. They did like a set in like practice, and at the end he had to do like 500 in free, and they're like, he was like, what was Phelps' time? And they like told him the time, and he beat it like by 2 seconds.
That's insane.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing the next great in those events with that kid.
And like, does Caleb Dressel have any more events? This Olympics?
He was not in the 2 fly, so I'm gonna say no. I watched both. I watched the 2 fly semis today. Maybe a relay. Yeah, oh no, he's in 50 free.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we haven't even seen 100 meter. We haven't seen 100 meter butterfly. So 100 meter butterfly and then 100 meter butterfly final. So yeah, and then I'm sure he'll be in a medley relay.
Yeah, I am also beyond excited to watch canoe slalom.
It's intense. I love it.
It's just so cool.
It's so cool. I love it.
Also on Wednesday, Novak Djokovic, which I can't help but say with like a Philly accent.
Yeah, you just have
the most
to.
like Philly foreign name ever. Novak Djokovic, bro. Djokovic, Alcaraz, and Iga Swiatek are among those who will take the court in singles tennis, and the U.S. men's basketball team will play South Sudan in its second group game. And if you remember, in the prelims, Team USA almost lost to South Sudan.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bitter taste in their mouth, and they go out and play the way that they're capable of. And who knows, maybe Jason Tatum will get court time this time. That was one of the funniest things ever.
Yeah, throw that in there. I like it.
Steve Kerr was literally like, yeah, I felt really stupid for not playing Jason Tatum in their first game.
Yeah, come on, it's Jason Tatum. Anyone knows you should be putting him on the court. Come on.
There was a meme. It was like Jason Tatum finally feeling fortified after winning an NBA title and everything. Yeah. And then it was like goes to the Olympics. LeBron James, hand me my towel and water.
Yeah. He's giving what his kid normally does to him on the bench.
And then it was like all these Celtics fans like complaining about it. It's like, you guys do realize like there's 2 other members of your team that played and Drew Holiday started. Like,
yeah.
It's not like Jason Tatum's the only Celtic on the team.
Yeah, there's multiple.
Yeah.
And it was also game 1. Like,
relax. Like, there was only one player that Team USA had to worry about, and that came in. It was Jokic.
Yeah. And they handled him. It's fine. Yeah.
Because the 8 minutes he was off the court, Team USA outscored them like 27-3.
Yeah, it's wild. Sorry, Djokovic, carrying that team on your back.
Yeah, literally. Any final thoughts, Casey, before we head into day 5 of the 2024 Paris Olympics? I
don't think so. I think, do we get men's all around too tomorrow? I think we do.
I think so.
Which will be fun. We have 2 in there. Freddie Flips is in there, Frederick Richards, and then Paul Judah, which I love Paul Judah. He's so fun to watch. Be interesting to see if they can do anything, because see if they can medal. Fred should, but yeah, I'm excited. It's so early, but there's so much that's already happened. I'm looking forward to the rest of the Olympics.
It's crazy, how fast so many things go. Yeah. And then it's like, oh wow, this is already done. Like
the other day when Cook and Bacon, the best duo last names ever, when I woke up and saw they already won a medal, I was like, it's day 1. I was like, already?
And then soccer started 2 days before everything else.
Yeah. And they don't finish until the very end. I'm like, yeah, no, but I'm excited. But yeah, nothing else to add. Nothing else.
Also, do we know what the Paris mascot is? I can't tell.
No, it looks like a drop. It looks like it should be for the Red Cross or to donate blood. What is the? Oh wait, it was right there. Olympic mascot. I don't know what it is. It's just some kind of hat, a bonnet or something.
Yeah, it looks like a beret.
Yet the hat still carries the same revolutionary spirit it first did in 1789.
Huh.
It's it's supposed to be what's it called? To show the accessory of the French revolutionaries, symbolized for that. Interesting. But yeah, it does look like it should be the Red Cross.
But yeah, also tomorrow we get the women's individual triathlon.
Do we though?
At 2:00.
Let's hope the sun's cleaning off or whatever they're doing.
women's singles and men's singles for badminton. We get beach volleyball prelims continuing on with pool play. We've got rowing going on as well. Equestrian, which the funniest meme template ever is the tweet going around asking if the horses from the countries get medals too, which apparently they don't.
Oh, and they should.
They should. They are the athletes.
Yeah, I need Snoop at one of those. I need him at the dressage event. I saw the Rave Force. There was a video of the Rave Force the other day, and
everyone's doing like the pictures with like the speech bubbles from different people, and somebody quote tweeted with Nick Castellanos.
As I should.
We've got field hockey as well, Argentina and Spain in women's pool B. More judo. Table tennis continues. Men's individual triathlon allegedly happening tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Women's basketball, Puerto Rico versus Spain in Group A play. More beach volleyball. We got boxing, which I didn't even realize was in the Olympics. We've got women's synchronized 10-meter platform diving final. We've got prelims for handball. Like we mentioned, a bunch of swimming events as well. Men's individual archery. Tennis continues on. We've got women's windsurfing, which should be really cool as well. Women's archery. And we've got cycling, BMX freestyle, the women's park final as well. And men's sailing going on, which I think is in Tahiti as well.
I would think so. That would make sense.
And then women's canoe singles semifinal canoe slalom.
You're not missing that one.
We've also got the trap women's final for shooting. Did you see the one version of shooting? It looks like they're wearing like cyberpunk outfits where they have like the
they're hardcore,
outfit, like insane.
The badass, like the lean that they have to do too. Like it looks like
it looks straight out of a movie.
Yeah, they look sick. Yeah, they
I'm
should
also
be like
how do you get into this sport?
Did you see the one tweet? And it was like, of all the events that we should be best at shooting, come on, America. It's like, I don't mean to say it. Like, it was perfect. It was so bad. People were like, you're evil for writing this. And the person's like, but am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more table tennis, fencing as well. More 3-on-3 basketball, more soccer, a whole bunch of stuff going on Wednesday. So stay tuned for more from us here on the Light the Flame and Olympics podcast presented by Underground Sports Philadelphia and Shopify. And I think this is the first time outside of live streams that Casey and I have done a podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time.
More Olympic history for everybody. But we will see you guys tomorrow for more Olympics coverage. Stay tuned. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at LTF Olympics and on Instagram and Threads at Light the Flame Pod. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify. And if you want to watch the podcast as well, it's on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in so far. Every single episode on audio has double-digit downloads.
Oh, wow.
Every single episode on video has double or triple digit views, which is insane.
Oh yeah.
Our live stream for opening ceremonies is over 100 views, which is nuts. So thank you to everybody who's been tuning in and supporting and watching and listening to the show. It's been a ton of fun so far, and we can't wait to keep it rolling as we get set for the final day of July and day 5 of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games right here on the Light the Flame podcast on the Underground Sports Philadelphia Podcast Network. For Casey, I'm KB. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Keep enjoying the